Hi everybody. Well, okay, today we're starting a video and it has to do with people judging you because of your hair, your skin color, basically just being all around discriminated on. And we were talking today when we were at lunch and we were basically discussing like our experiences that we've gone through. And I kind of was telling Araya about a situation that I had not even that long ago. It had to do with me going to a family reunion, and you don't really see people that often. You just you're seeing how they're doing. They look a little different than the last time you saw them. Maybe it could have been years and years. Well, I went with my natural hair. I went with my hair and my fro. It was out full force. I was in a sundress. I felt like I was looking good. Whatever. Right. Well, I remember that I was sitting on a picnic bench and it was, kind of time to go. And my cousin walks over and she hasn't really seen my hair out and everything and curly and big. And she looked at me. She didn't even say hello to me the whole time. True. And she was like, "What did you do to your hair? You look like you just rolled out of bed. Do you think you look cute?" All this other stuff. And I was taken back. I couldn't believe that she would let something like that leave her mouth. But, to me, it's just like, if you're gonna make fun of me for something that grows naturally out of my head, like I'm showing how much I love myself. Right. By not damaging my hair, by not, putting something else. I'm not, this is me. And I'm not going to hate myself for it. God gave me this hair. I'm going to embrace it. Yeah. And, and me and Araya were just talking about that. And it's crazy that we feel like within our own race, from our own people, like we go through this discrimination, and there should be a sense of unity within our community, like that's what people fought for. That's what Martin Luther King Jr. fought for, Malcolm X, and everybody else that, just wanted us to combine and be, have this sense of unity. But we don't, it's lost, it's gone. It's like we've just skipped generations, and then, but we have to be the ones to tell our children, that this is wrong, that we shouldn't hate each other, that we should always be uplifting each other. Yeah, there's no reason to be putting somebody else down for the way they wear their hair, their skin color, whatever. Neither makes you better than anybody else. And we have people that are trying to put us down as a community. So we need to love each other through that. And we need to come together, because hating each other is not working. That's all I have to say. But
it's definitely not working. And the fact that certain within your own race, or whatever you want to call it, your background, if people of those same background are making comments on something, that you would get mad if somebody made a comment to you of another race. So you have to respect barriers, even if they're in your same race.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you think it's okay, they won't take it that way,
right,
or we cool like that. You're never that cool where you can, especially a woman too, you have to be very sensitive with feelings here. You have to be very sensitive with image, because it takes a lot, first of all, to wear your own natural hair in our society. It takes a lot to wear your hair natural in our society. Mm-hmm. And if people have an issue, whether it's an afro or whatever it is, it takes a lot of courage. So we just need, for our own backgrounds, whatever that may be, to be more accepting and to be encouraging. That's the biggest thing. It doesn't have to be just because you don't think it's cute, or because your family didn't think it's cute. It's not about you. It's about the person that's aesthetically rocking that style. They don't have to be, they're not asking you for your approval, or they wouldn't have wore it out the house. You have to kind of get rid of those attitudes and know that it's hurtful when you do say little sly comments like, "Oh, her hair is kind of nappy today," or "It's not that nappy,"
just unnecessary,
or "I have good hair and they don't," or even if you're not talking to that direct person, like, "Oh, I have good hair and they don't," or vice versa. It's very offensive. It's very offensive. It's racially offensive, even if you're in the same race.
Yep.
And that's important for me to point out. It's so important, because everyone has different, there's so many, in our background is so many different colors, textures, figures, shapes, and sizes. It's so many different. You can't even name it. You can't put a label on it. Is it a S curl? Is it a kinky curl? Is it a cotton? Is it black? Is it white? No, it's just a rainbow. It's beautiful. That's why we're the most loved and hated race, because everybody wants to be like us. We have so much diversity, so much unique, different shades and colors. It's beautiful, and if we ourselves can't embrace that, how do we expect other races to embrace it?
We can't, because I mean, we have to. The people that don't understand is like the ones that are so stuck in their ways, the ones that are so stuck in these generalizations. You know, that they it makes me think that they don't love themselves, because they don't
love themselves. And that's not our problem to solve your confidence issues. You got to go home and talk to yourself about that, and go through your life journeys, knowing that you are who you are, and one day, even if you don't want to accept it right now, you're going to eventually have to come to terms with it and love yourself at the end of the day.
And the thing is, too, is that people understand, like, people put so much emphasis on looks, but at the same time, looks fade. We're all going to be wrinkly soon. This is going to be gray. This, everything is, we're going to have wrinkles. I mean, I don't know about all black people, but we don't really get wrinkles. Right. But, we age the way we do. We age gracefully, but we still age nonetheless. Mm-hmm. But, it's just like, we just have to understand that looks are fleeting. Time is fleeting. Like, hair, this is nothing. What you do in the world, that's what matters. That is what counts. How you treat others is how people are going to remember you. So people are going to remember that you always put down people for the way they wore their hair, for their skin color, and everything else. Yeah. And that's just not, that doesn't signify unity to me.
And it's so sad that rap culture and hip hop culture, and they put out labels like yellow bone and red bone and caramels and macchiatos, whatever. That's all. It sounds cute, but it makes women are very self-judging. They judge themselves first. Yeah. That's why they come down so hard on other women, because they judge themselves hard before they leave the house. Like, oh, what do I look like today? And then so they go out judging everyone else. I had somebody tell me personally that they don't believe if your hair is not combed a certain way, they believe you don't have no home training.
Right.
And that was in a work environment, and I just thought that's crazy. Like, because what if this person comb their hair how they want to comb their hair? They have to comb it how you want them to comb it.
Right.
I thought this was America. It's the liberty, pursuit of happiness.
Right.
Like, it don't matter. To some people, they just want you to look how they want you to look.
Right. But not everybody is going to look exactly how you want them to look.
That's unfair, yeah.
Everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own way of wearing their hair, of looking the way they do, of doing their makeup. And you know what? Who are you to judge? Who is anybody to judge on the way somebody looks or presents themselves? Like, that's their life. Their whatever happens to them, it's going to happen to them as a result of, whatever they do. But that's not your problem. Focus on you.
Focus on you. And what makes you, even if that's what makes you happy, cool. But don't infringe on, like, God doesn't infringe on free will. Don't interfere with that freedom that people have to wear their hair natural, or wear a sari. I was telling Marissa about an Indian cultural long, that covering that they wear is called a sari, and it's very beautiful. And I'm not Indian, but I have one and I wear it. And I have some African aesthetic clothes, tribals and stuff that I wear too. And I'm not necessarily African, but it doesn't matter. That's my style is tribal. So that's what I go, that's what I do. And anybody that has issue with that, I've gotten comments on my clothes all the time, like, oh, like you look like an old lady. You look like a nun.
But that's the thing.
Well.
That's the thing that I cannot believe, because
look, like, are you wearing it?
No, really. But that's the thing I couldn't understand by somebody telling you that didn't the lady say that you look like a nun?
She told me I look like a nun because I had on a dress that was covering from right here all the way down to my ankles, and the dress was a cute dress. It was a Bessie Johnson dress from the thrift store, and it was gorgeous.
Oh my goodness!
But the fact that I was just covered from head to toe like that, she had never seen a woman my age, I guess, covered from head to toe, and I was just like, okay, but it doesn't matter what you think, because I'm the one that's wearing it. You have on your slacks or whatever you have on, and that's good for you, but I like to do something a little different.
Right.
So yeah, I test the waters. I switch it up, and it might rock the boat, but it's not for you to worry about.
But the thing is too is that like exactly, and the thing is, I don't know if she was expecting you to wear some like revealing top and
I don't know, like kind of slutty or something because I'm 21. Like, okay, quota. You know, I'm that quota age where you got to dress Forever 21. You know.